Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
And hello dear friends, you're on Melonfonk channel, and in this video I'll show you the secret generation of infinite city sides in Melon Playground, which will definitely surprise you. And if you want your comment to be included in my next installment, it's pretty simple. You just have to fulfill a few small conditions. You need to write this same comment, subscribe to my channel, and put a like under this video. It's pretty simple. Well, I won't waste your time and have fun watching it. And as you already know, dear friends, that in Update 25.0 added Infinite City. And in this city, there is a huge number of secrets and Easter eggs that few people know about. And one of them today we will talk about, because in the Infinite City was added the function of Generation Seed, just like in Minecraft. It is clear that this idea is taken from there, and in principle, any sandbox now tries to adapt this type of world generation. After all, it is the most convenient, modern, and best way to generate the world. At the moment, there is no better, especially for the genre of sandboxes. And in Melon Playground added secret codes for the generation of different worlds. It is about these codes now, and we'll talk about. And to apply any of the codes in this video clip, you need to go to the settings and just apply the code in the window to generate seed. It's pretty simple. And let's start with the very first seed for today, a seed called Flat. Exactly the same world exists in Minecraft, absolutely flat. It is as convenient as possible. By generating this seed, you get an absolutely flat world, without any limitations, without any bumps, without any dips. That's very cool if you want to build some kind of flat construction so that you don't have the boundaries of the world interfering with you, and you don't have those very irregularities interfering with you. However, you might think that all the generations in this video would be like that, but that's not the case. There are some pretty creepy, mysterious, and scary generations which can really scare you, and on which there are just incredible riddles and passphrases. So let's move on to the next seed. And the next seed is called Endless Market. When you enter this seed, you get a huge number of some fairs and some circus buildings on the map. To be honest, it's quite creepy and scary because for me personally, clowns and fairs are my worst nightmare. I often dream about them, and for some reason this is the creepiest story for me. And it seems like there is nothing wrong with these circus structures in these fairs, but for some reason it really scares me. There is a feeling of anxiety and as if you want to switch and get away from here. But the map is endless and no one can escape from there. Write in the comments about your fears and your main nightmares in your life, and write in the comments whether this particular generation scares you. And let's move on to the next seed. This next seed is called Something Wrong. And it is a rather strange seed, which at first glance does not seem strange. But still there is a feeling of something unusual, as if they are trying to deceive you somewhere, but you don't understand from which side they are trying to do it. You know, at first glance it's like nothing has really changed. And before I tell you exactly what the secret of this seed, be sure to write in the comments your guesses, as you think what changed on this generation, but do not peek and write honestly. Let's just play such an interactive game, but do not cheat. And in fact, all the buildings on this generation are much larger than they really are. You just compare the usual generation and this one, and you will immediately see the difference. Although at first glance, it's as if you don't realize exactly what's going wrong in this map. I even caught a stupor for a second. In general, it's quite funny and interesting, and in some scenarios it will even be useful for you to apply this seed, because the scale is a very important thing for any constructions, and sometimes it can be useful. So let's move on to the next seed. And the mystery of the next seed still scares me. The code for this seed is Red Moon. And at first glance, as if everything is obvious and clear that this seed will be 100% some kind of red moon. However, it isn't. And at first glance, it's as if nothing has really changed, and I still don't feel the difference or see the difference. But there's a real sense that something has changed. Maybe I'm just not noticing some details. But when generating this world, I expected the world to be red or have some kind of red moon on it. I didn't notice any of that. However, perhaps on a psychological level, I feel that difference. Did you notice anything unique when generating this world? Be sure to try it yourself and write the solution to this mystery in the comments. If I see an asset, I will definitely make a second part about this video, and we will still unravel all the seed melon playground to the end. Well, let's move on to the next seed. And the next seed is called Rich Day. And once you lead this code into the generation, you're going to get a very interesting world that's just rich houses. And it's quite fun. And in general may even be useful because these houses are quite nice and minimalist. For some purposes is quite suitable. For some, let's say a mini movie, or let's say for some mini scenario. Or you want to make a cool screenshot of your construction. And you need some super minimalistic background, which in principle will be beautiful, but will not be absolutely no distractions. In general, this is a pretty cool seed for modern and interesting constructions. On it cool will look cool different lamba, say, if you like to build cars, or just some skyscraper, which you built with your own hands absolutely from each brick. In general, this is quite an interesting seed, although there is nothing creepy here. Write in the comments if you knew about this seed, and let's move on to the next one. The next seed is called Fallout, and here my expectations were about space, because I was actually waiting for some post-apocalyptic story as in the Fallout series of games, although we did not see it, and in general I did not notice any difference, and my gut did not feel any changes. Then I thought that the whole secret in the title and began to check absolutely all the textures that are under the map. After all, I thought there was some backstage or something like that, but I found absolutely nothing like that, and that was kind of a surprise to me too. Then I thought that it's all about the atmosphere and I didn't notice any changes. And in general, there is absolutely no difference in music and in any glow. But here maybe the problem is only in me, and you notice this difference, and if you noticed it, be sure to write about it in the comments. We need to solve absolutely all the cards. So let's move on to the next seed. The next seed is called Powerful Failure, and here everything was quite obvious to me, but it was only at first glance. After all, when I started to really understand what the essence of this seed was, I didn't get it. I didn't understand what the point was. Based on the name, I thought that the essence of this seed is that no mechanisms work here. Started checking, but everything works. Then I thought maybe guns don't work here and bombs don't work here, but everything works. Then I thought maybe the NPCs themselves aren't taking damage. Started checking, and what do you think? Everything, of course, goes through and everything works. And then I thought maybe there are some gravitational forces missing here. Started checking, and what do you think? Everything's perfect, of course. The gravity was perfect, and it was still pulling in all directions. And then I thought that thinking is not my thing, and in fact never realized what the problem is and what is the trick of this seed. If you do, make sure you go to Chalk Playground and look for the secrets of these seeds. Anything we didn't figure out, be sure to post in the comments and we'll discuss it in the next episode. It's in your best interest, by the way, so be sure to solve these secrets. So let's move on to the next seed. Well, the next seed would seem to be just like the others without any secrets, but it's not. The code for this next seed is Sweet Dreams. What's it all about? Well, it's pretty simple. As soon as you enter this code, you will not notice any changes and think that why it is needed, but as soon as the night comes, you will immediately feel the difference because the light in none of the apartments absolutely does not work and immediately begins to feel some fear. Because even if you want to try to ask for help from someone, you will not get it because either there is no one at home or there are all sleeping soundly. Pretty creepy, isn't it? Again, try all of these seed and write in the comments what you like best. Well, this is the end of my video. Goodbye, everyone, and remember, buddy, as always,